Yo, what's good, people? This is your boy, the Shooter187, known for being nice, and that don't mean courteous. Bringing you a Cinema 4D tutorial. This may be a 5-part tutorial. I'm gonna show you the steps to creating a basic, simple intro in Cinema 4D and After Effects. So this will be part 1. I'm not sure how long each part will be, but it'll definitely be under 15 minutes because this won't be going on my main channel. This will be going on a tutorial channel that I started with my good friend Tech Expert. So let's jump right into it. So as you can see, we have our perspective scene, and the first thing we want to do when creating an intro is add a camera to our scene. So what you want to do is you want to go over to the lights, go to camera, and as you can see, we have a camera in our scene. The next thing you want to do is you want to click this little black box here, and then let's change this to 150 real quick. Hold shift down and drag this, and bam, there's the timeline. Now what you want to do while you have the camera still selected, add a keyframe by pressing this button here, add 0, and then add another keyframe at the very last frame right there. Now what we just did there is made it so that when we're working on our intro and moving the camera around and everything, we can always go back to the same point of view. So I'll show you right now. So let's do oops. Messed. Okay, now that's not. Now see, we have it there. Now when I move it, well, see, it snaps right back. So let's go ahead and delete this camera because I did that backwards. So go here to the rotation tool, drag it until you get the perspective to something nice like that. There we go, that's perfect. Then click on the lights, go to camera, at the camera, make sure to click the little black box, add a frame at 0, and then drag this little green bar all the way to the end. You're at 150, add another keyframe. Okay, now that that's done, we have our, so now we can do all kinds of crazy things. So like, say if we had text in the scene or whatever, and we wanted to make sure everything looked right or was at the right perspective, and we went all like this or something, and then you zoomed all the way out, you like, man, what just happened? You lost your space. All you have to do is blam, and it's right back there. That's the whole reason why we add the camera first. We're create an intro. So let's go ahead and drag this back to 0. So the next thing you want to do is you want to go to mode graph, go to mode text, okay, and have our text in our scene. So let's put the depth to 40 and see what can we type for text. Okay, let's just type tutorial. Okay, have the tutorial. So let's look for a font. You don't have to use the fonts that I use, but no, it won't affect anything. So yeah, I like that font there. So let's scale this down to about 150. Let's go 125. There we go, 125. So we have our text. So the next thing to do is click the caps tab next to it, add a fillet cap, add another one, and then for the radius, let's set this to 3 and set it to 3 here too. This give us nice little ridges in our text where when we add our material. So let's look at it right now. Can you see how those ridges are right there? That is perfect. That's exactly what we want. So now that that's done, let's go ahead and create our first material that we'll be using. So in the material editor, you have color, diffusion, luminance, transparency, reflection, environment, fog, bump, normal, alpha, specular color, glow, displacement, and so forth. I won't be going into very much detail about the material editor in this tutorial, but later down the line I'll be bringing a tutorial that's all about material and textures and all of that. So for right now, let's just pick a color. So we'll go with red real fast since it's there. After that set set this to Fresno. Actually, never mind, let's clear that. I'm sorry, my mistake. Clear. There we go. Let's go to reflection, check it, texture, then set this to Fresno. There we go. Okay, set the brightness to about 20 would be good, and then set the max strength to 10. See, now we have this nice candy paint red material. So let's go ahead and add that to our text. Make sure the arrow is facing down when you add it. So yeah, let's look at it now and just see how it's nice. Even it's nice candy red, but we're gonna make this look a lot better. So let's create our second material. Just double click in the material selection like we did with the first one. Double click again. This time leave the color to white. Click reflection, and that's it. That's all we're doing. That's all we're going to do is click reflection. Now we have a nice chrome material. So what you want to do is you want to do the same thing. Add it, drop it into the mode text. This time make sure you have the chrome material selected, and then for selection you want to caps R1 and wow, there you go. And now as you can see, we have this chrome material on the outlines of the caps that we did. So it looks real nice. So let's render that out and see how it looks. See how we have this little outlining to the text, the little chrome. That's exactly what you want. So now that we have that, let's close this and let's get back to a more stable view. Okay, just drag this to get back to this type of view that we created earlier. And now what we're going to do is add a light scene. Since I know you guys probably don't have this light scene, but there are a lot of free ones out there. I'll provide one in the tutorial section, so you'll be able to use a light scene that's sort of similar to this. But for now, for this tutorial, I'm going to use Grayscale Gorilla's light scene. So you can pretty much ignore this part. I'll just go through it real fast. Ugh. Gonna add a overhead softbox, and as you can see, it got darker, but let's render it out and see what the light scene did for us. How it made the chrome stand out a lot more. It made the red a bit darker, but look a bit more realistic. Not exactly what we want for a tutorial. So now that we have that, we can make this look a lot better. So next thing you want to do is you want to go to render settings, and at the bottom here you want to click effects. And when you're creating an intro, you always want to add ambient occlusion and global illumination. For global illumination on irradiance cache, you want to set static samples to low and record density to low. And now that's done. Let's render this out again to see how it looks. See, with global illumination and This did made it so much nicer looking, and you know, made it really stand out a lot more. So let me check the time on this and I'll get back to you guys. Okay, we're gonna close the tutorial right here for now, and part 2 should be up soon. Peace.